Captain Vlogs here. I had to make this video. I've been contemplating it, planning it for a while. Not putting it on paper or anything, but I was wanting to do this video. If you're like me, you don't know like, who you are, if that makes any sense. You don't know I know my gender. I know I'm a male. I, in my head, I'm a male. Everything about me is more or less guy. But if you don't know your sexuality, like me, because I'm still trying to figure it out completely, I have a good idea, and I think I know, but I'm 12, so that could change, that might not, I'm clueless. But it's okay not to know. I didn't know for up until, a couple weeks ago, until I was figuring myself out my entire life, and sorry, um, and until a couple weeks ago, I finally tried to, figure out more about sexualities and stuff like that, and I found something that fits the bill for me, but I don't know for a fact if that's me. Without getting into specifics, if you're like me and you don't know, then first things first, tell a good friend. Because that helped the crap out of me. It was more amazing than you could ever think. Don't tell, if you know your family, if you know the person you want to tell will be unsupportive, don't tell them. Shut them out of their life if you know for a fact they will not be unsupportive. Well, they will not be supportive. Shut them out of your life completely, because anyone not supporting you does not deserve to be in your life. I learned that quickly, because I told one person in my family and they didn't support me even in the slightest. At least they didn't tell anybody else, because I know that for a fact, because I have a lot more crap going on in my family than that. But, don't tell anybody that you know won't be supportive right away. You can tell whoever you want later on when you know for a fact, but as long as they're supportive, I tell them first. That's what I would do. I'm not telling you what to do. What works for you, you do you, I do me. But the simple the simple answer to what to do is find someone you trust, like a friend in school, or like a cousin, or someone that you know you can trust, or even any of your family that you know you can trust. I know family that I know I can trust, but I'm not telling them until I feel ready, because you tell them when you feel ready. If you don't feel ready, then don't tell them. It's how it works. You can't rush people to tell other people what they are. I am definitely I Here's a little backstory. All those videos online saying I've known since the beginning. I've known since I was 5. Blah 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 blah. Blah. I still don't know. I'm 12. Mm-mm. Zero clue. Nothing. I mean, I have a small idea. That's it. It doesn't work like that for most people. And a lot of people, they think, oh, those videos online say I should know from the beginning. Maybe I'm just what I originally thought I was. Nope. It works a lot differently than a lot of people think. It works for the 99% of people. Well, 95% of people, it doesn't work like it does. It works like it does online, but for that 5% that I fall in, I was shielded as a child, and I still am shielded from a lot of things. But you can't keep kids from the internet. You can't. Just can't. on the internet, your kids will find it. And I was shielded from the internet, and I didn't know. I always thought there are only two genders, male, female. It was determined by what's between your legs. But I've learned that there's a gender neutral, there's a gender, there's so many more genders than that, and there's so many more sexualities than I was always taught up until like when I was 8, when I figured out on my own. There was homosexual and heterosexual, but I figured out when I was 8 that there was bisexual, and when I was 10 I figured out there was like a whole spectrum that I couldn't even name any of them except for those three. There's a whole spectrum of everything that a person can be. And basically what helped me the most whenever I like figured out that I don't fall into the categories of any of those three, I just remembered, hey, there are people going through rougher times than oh, worse time than what I'm going through. I have friends that are going through a worse time than what I'm going through. And all I can say is all of them have told me that it feels amazing to come out to a friend that you don't know or you do know, and other people probably won't accept it. It just feels amazing. That's just what I was always told by friends. I still think that, and it felt amazing to tell a couple friends that I have no clue. They accepted me perfectly fine for it, because everyone knew that I was different than other heterosexual guys. They just didn't know what I was because I fall into a weird category. And I still don't know a lot about that category, so I can't say I am that category or not. But I'm figuring out more, and I I'm figuring myself out. And it's a great feeling. That's all I can say. And the more people who actually know who they are, that tell their friends, tell trustworthy people, the more people that do that, the better it will be, because they will feel better. They won't feel like they're trapped in a bubble that just separates them from the rest of the world. Because I know that's how I felt for a long time. I felt that. And as soon as I stopped feeling that, like that, whenever I told the first friend I ever told, whenever I stopped feeling that, this is a long video and I apologize. As soon as I told him, I felt freedom. It's the best word to describe it. I felt free. I felt amazing. But for the the simple meaning of this video is the really simplified version. If you haven't come out to anybody and you feel like you're trapped in a bubble, like a wall that separates you from society, from friends, family, come out to one trustworthy person that you know will support you. And even if they don't support you, don't let that bring you down. Find another person that you think will support you, and just keep going down the list until you find someone who does. Because eventually someone will accept you. Someone will love you for you. But all I can say is just be yourself and just try your hardest to figure out who you are, because as soon as you figure it out, you will feel amazing. But I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.